Skydiving Ghost Part 6. Thunder and Mist, the Siege of the Spire. I didn't just feel the wind anymore, I felt the friction of every molecule in the atmosphere. Leo, the boy who was more bolt than boy, flared beside me. His presence was a jagged hum that set my teeth on edge. Below us, the army of ironclads moved like a slow metallic stain across the green valley of the Root Keepers. They were dragging the Spire, a skeletal finger of copper and lead designed to reach up and pluck the energy right out of the sky. Jax. Leo's voice crackled through my mind, sounding like a radio caught between stations. The Spire? It's not just a conductor. It's a vacuum. If they plant it in the Root Keeper's grove, they'll drain the life out of the trees to jumpstart the mountain. They have to reach the grove first, I said. I dived. I didn't go soft this time. I drew the air in toward me, condensing my essence until I was a concentrated spear of high-pressure gale. I hit the vanguard of the ironclad army like a falling hammer. The shockwave flipped their armored transports, hollowed-out shells of old-world trucks reinforced with jagged ore. The ironclads roared, their voices a cacophony of grinding tectonic plates. They raised their hands and the earth responded. Pillars of jagged granite shot toward me, trying to pin me to the sky. I twisted in midair, a blur of translucent silver, letting the stone pass through my blurred edges. Then came the lightning. Leo didn't just strike, he descended. He became a chaotic web of blue-white arcs, leaping from one metallic soldier to the next. The ironclads, built of conductive ore, became their own traps. Their armor fused, their joints locked, and their internal systems flared and died as Leo's raw hydroelectric-grade power surged through them. But Elena had planned for us. From the rear of the army, the Spire began to glow with a sickly violet light, the same hue as my sister's eyes. A pulse of energy rippled outward, and suddenly the air felt heavy. It was an artificial gravity field. I felt my softness failing, the weight of my own atoms dragging me toward the mud. Leo, the Spire is grounding us. I shouted, struggling to keep my altitude. Leo was flickering. The violet pulse was eating his sparks, pulling his current into the copper coils of the machine. He was falling, his brilliant blue light fading to a dull, bruised purple. I looked toward the grove. The Root Keepers had emerged from the trees. They weren't fighters. They were old souls made of bark and moss, standing in a circle, their hands pressed to the soil. They weren't attacking the army, they were singing. A low, vibrating hum rose from the earth, a green resonance that fought back against the violet weight of the Spire. Jax, one of them, the elder with the cedar limbs, called out. The earth remembers what it was. Feed the roots and we will hold the sky. I realized then that we couldn't win this as separate elements. Not as a ghost and a bolt. I flew toward Leo, catching him as he tumbled. I didn't just hold him, I merged. I opened my aerial essence, becoming a conduit for his lightning. I wasn't just the wind anymore, and he wasn't just the spark. We became a thunderstorm. The friction was a scream in my soul, but the power was infinite. I spiraled upward, dragging Leo's current with me, creating a massive, localized cyclone. We didn't fight the Spire's pull, we fed it. We poured every ounce of our combined energy into the copper tip of the machine. The Spire couldn't handle the load. The copper began to melt, turning into a river of molten slag. The violet glow was drowned out by a blinding, natural white light. With a final ear-splitting crack, the Spire exploded, sending a wave of pure atmospheric pressure that flattened the ironclad army like tin soldiers. As the dust settled, the valley was silent. The army was broken, retreating back toward the mountain. But the victory felt hollow. I landed, on the grass. My feet felt heavy, solid. Beside me, Leo lay exhausted, his skin dim but warm. The Root Keeper elder walked toward us, his mossy brow furrowed. You stopped the machine, the elder whispered. But you signaled her. She knows now that you aren't just fleeing, Jax. She knows you are a rival. I looked back at the peak of high tide. The violet light at the summit hadn't gone out. It was pulsing faster now, a steady rhythmic heartbeat of stone and spark. My sister wasn't just building a machine. She was turning the mountain into a living god. And we had just given her the data she needed to perfect the circuit.